Asha from Dollhouse Do. Hi! So we're doing an easy Christmas baking video. Please like and subscribe. There's a little red button just down below, and if you click the little bell, it'll also keep you notified. It'll let you know when I post a video. Go follow Asha on all of her social media. She's got Facebook and Instagram. She did all of this. It is amazing, and she's so utterly talented, so you won't regret it. Either way, let's get started. Hope you enjoyed the video. So for our first one, we are doing some chocolate crackle, and we're turning it into a Christmas pudding. It's got a cute little Jaffa on top, really easy, really yum. Let's get started. In America and other places like that, quite often it's a Rice Krispie. This is slightly different. It does involve marshmallow. It involves something called vegetable shortening. Tastes really good. Might be a little less sweeter, but this is the down under version, I guess. We're gonna get started, so let's go. So what you need to make these beautiful delights is 250 grams of vegetable shortening, 1 cup of icing sugar, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, 1 cup of coconut, and 4 cups of puffed rice, also known as rice bubbles in NZ. So this is 250 grams of cremata or vegetable shortening, and it is on a medium heat. So all you want to do is stir it, wait for it to melt. Now we're going to sift the icing sugar and cocoa together with a bit of an old-fashioned contraption. However, don't judge it, it is amazing. It just might be like 35 years old. Are you allowed to use metal goods after 35 years old for baking? So that was 1 cup of icing sugar. Make it snow. Make it snow. Make it snow. Make it snow. 1/4 cup of cocoa that we're going to add to that. Rice bubbles and our coconut, and we're going to mix that to our dry ingredients again. That was 1 cup of desiccated coconut, and we're doing 4 cups of the rice bubbles. So true story, Juliet went to the supermarket today by herself and decided that it must be 4 bags of these rice bubbles. Now I just want to point out that these bags are about this big. What we're going to do is we're going to add our vegetable shortening now to this mixture. This is how easy it is. You literally melt the vegetable shortening, mix the dry ingredients together, mix it all together, and you're good to go. We've chosen to do some small kind of cupcake tins. I have just sprayed it with baking spray because I'm lazy and I do not use parchment paper. We've got some spoons and we're just gonna scoop them right into these trays. Can be a bit messy. And now that we've put them all in the tins, we're just gonna pop that in the fridge until they harden. So you might be able to see we have got the 2 examples there, and we're going to show you how we did them. We've got our bowl here of white chocolate that's been melted. You're going to dip it in. You want it to have that beautiful rustic look. So what we have are Jaffas. Essentially, they're little red covered orange flavored chocolate, and they look like little hollies. If you don't have Jaffas, you can use suitable replacements like M&M's, just anything that is round and red. The main thing about these decorations is to hold them. Otherwise the white chocolate isn't actually going to grasp onto them and they're just going to slide straight off. The next thing is a little mint leaf. So these are little lollipons, and we've just cut them in half, and you can either use a sprinkle or use an actual mint leaf from the garden. So now that our Jaffa's on there, we're just going to chuck this little mint leaf on, and it's exactly the same, we just need to hold it until it stays. Here we have our 4 really easy chocolate crackle Christmas puddings. All we've done is put them in the fridge. White chocolate's hardened. Now here we have some cheap ones. These are done using things called Mallow Puffs. I'm not sure whether you have them anywhere apart from New Zealand, but essentially they're a domed chocolate biscuit with some marshmallow in them. All you need to do is the exact same process, dip it in some white chocolate again, place that Jaffa on top and mint leaf, and they look super cute. Looks like you've done a lot of work, gone to a lot of effort, and you've done barely anything. Bake number 2 is going to be a Christmas bark. Now this is probably the easiest thing we're going to do today. It is ridiculously simple. All you need to do is grab some white chocolate. We're using about 1.5 blocks of Dream, and we'll show you how to melt it in a second. We've just decorated a couple here. Super simple, they look really pretty. So now we're going to melt the white chocolate. So this is using a technique called the bain-marie, which is French, to melt the chocolate properly so that you don't burn it. So you grab a small saucepan, put a little bit of water into it, you get it boiling. The boiling water lets the steam rise, and they're going to hit that metal bowl, and that's going to melt your chocolate. So the white chocolate is now melted, and all you have to do is spread it out evenly. I mean, you can just smash it on down there. It really doesn't need to be perfect.
We're going to show you different ways to kind of create the bark. One's going to be plain white chocolate, one's going to be a marble technique, and the third one's going to be candy cane.
So this is what you're left with. We have some crushed up candy cane, and then you're just going to sprinkle them over the top.
Adds a really nice little crunch to the chocolate.
Next thing you're going to do is you're going to get some milk chocolate, and you don't need as much because this is just going to be used, throw on top, and kind of give it a marbling technique. And we used a kebab stick, to be honest. It wasn't anything fancy. You just do all the different designs, do lots of figure eights.
So once you finish with that, all you're going to do is chuck it in the fridge until it hardens. It doesn't take very long.
This was really simple, took no time at all, and involved a freezer and a little bit of heat to melt the chocolate. We did two different types here. We did the Christmas candy cane ones, and we did the marble. Very simple, very easy.
So on the third and final bake, this is going to be a decorated cookie, which is, I feel like it's quite a classic at Christmas. We're doing a biscuit which is called a vanilla sable today, which is kind of similar to shortbread. Why don't we get started? So we have 280 grams of plain all-purpose flour, 200 grams of firm unsalted butter, which I've pre-cut into squares, 100 grams of icing or confectioner's sugar, 2 egg yolks, 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, and that is all the ingredients that we need. So we're getting my handy dandy old sieve, and we're just gonna pour the flour straight in. We're just gonna add the butter, and then we're gonna put it in the mixer or the food processor, depending on what you have. So hopefully it doesn't go everywhere.
Now we want it to look kind of like breadcrumb. Add in your icing sugar, sieve that away, add 2 egg yolks and 1 teaspoon vanilla essence. Once the dough is all made, all you have to do is roll it in a big ball, wrap it up, put it in the fridge, leave it there for 1 hour. Take it out, and as per any cookie biscuit that you ever make, roll it out and just get a cookie cutter. We are picking circles.
We already have some made. We just preheated the oven to 200 degrees Celsius, and then we just baked it for 6 to 12 minutes. Just want it to go slightly golden brown on the edges. We're going to show you how to ice these babies now and how to make the icing. We're going to be doing a butter icing for these biscuits, but you can obviously do whatever icing you feel like. We've just got a hand whisk here.
So I've got 125 grams of butter, and I've just softened that in the microwave, and I have already whisked that up a little bit. I'm going to serve a little bit of icing sugar. I like things really sweet, so I kind of do one of these kind of measures where it just kind of like keeps going. I like to get it so that the icing is white, because then you can add in all the colours. You kind of need a lot to get it from the yellow butter colour to white. We have got some vanilla essence here, and we're just going to add a little drop of that.
Yeah, as you can see, it's not an exact science. It's really up to your taste preference.
You can use milk or water. You just want to add in a little bit just to get the consistency right. Done. Just putting down some blue icing just as a bit of a base. I've only done 3 colors. I've done yellow, green, and blue, and I've just put them in these piping bags. If you don't have a piping bag, you can also use snap lock sandwich bags, and you just cut off the very end. The shape I have for this one is just a really skinny hole at the bottom. I'm going to create a Christmas tree. I'm going to do 3 triangles. 1, 2, 3. You can choose whether you want to color them in or not. Go around the outside. I have now just got a little like flower almost. So just do the whole outside. You can just get these at your local supermarket. For the decorations on the tree, I'm just using a little Ziploc bag. I'm just going to do little lines like that. And we have these little silver balls. One at the top is a star. And I'm going to use this crushed candy cane for looking like little lights. For the tree stump, you can use a little bit of chocolate or licorice. You can do ones like this, where it's like a little Christmas ball that you'd put on your tree. Anything really.
This way you have a really nice cookie base, really nice icing, got some ideas that you can have a go with. So those are our 3 easy Christmas baking treats. You've got the crackle Christmas pudding, the Christmas bark, and finally we have some decorated Christmas cookies. Hope you enjoyed this video with Dollhouse Dude with Asha.
Yeah.
And let me know if you make any of these. Just tweet me or Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good Christmas.